Welcome back to Power Lunch. We've got a crypto rally today as Bitcoin is just short of its all-time highs.
Bitcoin holders are euphoric right now. We are less than 1% away from all-time highs. This is the number that Bitcoin has to clear to make it official, if you're wondering. Look, I've been telling you for months, last chance, last chance. Smash the like button because it seems like exactly what we thought would happen is playing out. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and just so you're aware, this is what every traditional investor just woke up to this morning.
So Bitcoin is trading at its highest point since March. It's up more than 5% in the last 24 hours, with Bitcoin's trading volume topping $31 billion and more than $224 million in short positions liquidated over that same window. Now, meanwhile, stocks tied to digital asset prices like Riot Platforms, Coinbase, and MicroStrategy are all rallying this morning, along with the wider crypto market, as Bitcoin breaks past that key 70K resistance level. Now, spot Bitcoin ETFs have also seen a surge of inflows, adding over $3.1 billion in just the last 2 weeks, bringing the total market cap of those funds to nearly $73 billion since they launched in January. I've been speaking with analysts, and they say that with 1 week to go until the general election here in the U.S., investors are increasingly bullish that no matter who wins, it will be a net benefit for the industry. And already, guys, we are seeing options traders increase bets that regardless of who takes the White House, Bitcoin is poised to hit that 80K mark this year.
So the big question everybody is wondering, I personally got 3 texts about this myself. Am I too late? Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? No, it's not too late. Wall Street is just getting in. 90% of the world has yet to get in. It's like 25 years ago asking, am I too late to buy Amazon? Bitcoin has so much growing to do. The more people who own it, the stronger the network effect, the more valuable it becomes, the more people buy it, repeat, 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 rinse and repeat. So, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? I love this conversation they have about exactly this on CNBC. Especially pay attention to the end of this.
I saw Bill Miller last week. He's obviously been very bullish on Bitcoin. He's sort of, I don't know if we're going to use the word retired. You're never retired, as you know, in this game. And a lot of people have come up to him and said, look, you told us 10 years ago to buy this. Is it too late? And he said to them, Chris, I'm curious what you think, that it's like buying Amazon in 2014. Yes, it was up a lot from the IPO, but its big run was still to come.
I tend to agree with that. I mean, look, I'm of the age where people believed in gold in the 70s and 80s. And it is the gold for people 40 and under, and also Bill Miller and me. I mean, I do think it's a hedge against inflation. I do think there's limited supply. That's the whole gimmick. So don't scoff at it.
By the way, speaking of Bill Miller, he gets it. Bitcoin is the new gold, but unlike gold, where they can increase the supply flow with increased demand, Bitcoin's supply flow cannot be increased, no matter how much demand. That's why Bitcoin is prone to these big rallies.
So Bitcoin is the only economic entity where supply is unaffected by the demand. So even with gold, if gold, which is $1,800 today, if gold goes to $18,000, there will be a lot more gold mined because mines that are unprofitable will become profitable. Only 21 million Bitcoin can ever be created or close to it. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is 100,000 or 20 million, there's only going to be that many of them. All you have to really believe is that the demand for Bitcoin will grow faster than 1.5%, over the next number of years, and the price inexorably will go up.
Hey, and speaking of Bitcoin 2.0, the state of Florida just endorsed a strategic Bitcoin reserve. They're pushing pension funds to buy Bitcoin. The CFO of Florida wrote, Bitcoin is like digital gold. It could help diversify the state's portfolio and provide a secure hedge against the volatility of other major asset classes. Do you not get it yet? I tried to show you that Bitcoin and crypto is the future all the time on this channel. But I know at the moment, the only topic people are discussing is Trump or Kamala? Trump or Kamala? What are the differences? Who would be better?
Donald Trump has promised to unseat Chair Gensler if he wins. Kamala Harris has not come out and said that, but typically we do see a change in leadership when there's a turnover in the administration.
Yeah.
Chris, are your clients asking for crypto?
Yes, they're asking about it, and any asset that goes up as much as crypto, they're curious. Do you think that Trump or Harris will be better from a regulatory standpoint for crypto?
I think that with respect to the big institutions, they would like to see Donald Trump because they know what they're going to get at the SEC. And then with respect to the crypto investor, I think that regardless of who wins, they're very optimistic that we're going to see the kinds of bills passed that are going to open up the doors to institutional money. And that's really what the ecosystem needs to scale. They need a lot of Wall Street cash onboarded into crypto.
Whoever becomes the next president of the U.S. will be but a blip in Bitcoin's story. People are too focused on this election. I'm much more excited about what comes after the election. Listen.
I would like to look at what happens beyond the election, right? Regardless of who wins. I'm not making a call, and I'm not saying Bitcoin is either. But what happens to the entire ecosystem? Is there a feeling like this is that 80,000, 90,000, 100,000? Some people are calling for Bitcoin 1 million in the course of the next 5 to 7 years. What does the outlook look like past the election?
Well, part of the reason why the industry raised $278 million, more than 18x what it raised in the 2020 election cycle, is because they're trying to put cash behind House and Senate candidates who are ultimately going to comprise the Congress that's going to pass some of these crypto bills into law. For years now, we've had different bills that have come to the floor. Nothing has been passed. And I can tell you that the first two line items on the congressional agenda are trying to repeal SAB 121, which is this niche accounting bulletin that's standing in the way of banks being able to custody cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and then passing FIT 21. Now, this is a market legislation bill that essentially would lay out jurisdictional authority between existing regulators like the SEC and the CFTC, and institutions say, hey, this is what we need to feel comfortable jumping into the ecosystem.
Just in, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF just surpassed 30 billion. Most people don't even realize this is happening. My friends, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? I don't think so. Larry Fink doesn't think so. BlackRock is buying. Wall Street is buying. They're not in this to get rich in 2025. BlackRock is in this because crypto has decades to go, just like Amazon in the 2000s. Don't sleep on this. I'm so happy whenever somebody comes up to me and says, I changed my life in crypto. I got involved. And I hope that for you. Hey, my name is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. Make sure you subscribe for daily videos keeping you informed. And make sure you catch Altcoin Daily interviewing CZ Binance, his first interview since being released from prison. We will ask him, how was your life in prison? Thoughts on crypto going into 2025? What's next for you? This is a must-see fireside chat taking place ASAP tomorrow. Maybe by the time you're even watching this, it's going to be live streamed on Binance. We'll get it up on this channel eventually, but make sure you tune into this. It's going to be very interesting, a must-see. See you tomorrow.